There was no unique look to the relic. It simply embodied the last person to possess it. Renard's hands were dry as dust, scratching coarsely against soft cheeks. "Oh my, look how you crumbled at the end." Turning a harsh look on the crying girl had no effect. She was too consumed by her own pain, by everything going on around her. She was the new master. Hers would be the next new form, once she was also dead. Whether that was 2 minutes or 2 decades from now was up to her grit, her desire to live. Many had seen Renard as a bastard, but he had been first and foremost a survivor. That was one thing it had to admire. A loud clatter caught its attention. Its gaze fell on the object thrown so carelessly across the room. Humans looked in the mirror to see their reflection, but there was something intriguing in looking at oneself from the outside. Why the relic was yellow was a question without an answer. Yellow was a sickly, disgusting colour, not at all appropriate. Still, it was hard to deny the allure was still there. Undeniable, unavoidable, unattainable. Testing out its new limbs was always enjoyable. This body was quick, lean, and flexible. All it took were 3 long strides to follow the new master to the doorway. Kaelin, Kaelin, Kaelin. The girl was fleeing, caught up in the pain and madness. It was clear on her face. Her emotions tore at her, creating deep rifts and cracks throughout. That was good. Those tears were where it lived. As she passed the stone, her hand flew out, taking it up. Into her pocket it went, as if she wasn't even aware of her actions. Of course, no one could resist, even if they believed to their very core that they could. The relic rubbed its hands together. There was nothing to do now but follow the terrified girl into the dark hallway. Let the fun begin. Chapter 1. All had been quiet for a long time. Nothing but the sound of leaves shifting in the wind, the rain falling on damp soil, the rustling of animals playing tricks on my mind. But now things had changed. I'd known they would have to eventually, but fear still thundered in my chest. Rover squirmed, desperate to be free of my grip, to go to the very men who would kill me, and likely her if they found us. A rumble rippled through her chest as I clamped my hand over her snout, suppressing the bark that would give away our position. There were 3 guards, their swords waiting menacingly on their hips, walking forward in unison. 3 guards searching for the traitor who had murdered Lord Renard, ruler of Edriast. 3 guards searching for me. If I had been asleep, they would have found us. But I wasn't sleeping much these days, so I heard their approach, even over the rushing of the river. Neil's directions had been hurried, yet I still found myself surprised when I realized I was lost. The forest hadn't seemed this dense from the outside, or this big when I saw it from the castle. But once I was inside, it became a labyrinth of enormous trees, protruding roots and paths that all looked strangely similar. And now I had finally found my way through the forest to the river on the other side that would lead me to Rulas and my brother, only to have my first run-in with the city guards. I had thought the trip would take no more than 2 days, but already 3 nights had passed. Each new day meant my chances of finding Elias grew even more futile. Surely by now my brother would have heard what I had done. Everyone would know. And if he heard about our family from someone else, what then? Would he take off with his rebel friends to go find Bellamy before I could find him? One of the guards muttered to them.